Some will call it swag, some call it cockiness, some will call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. For a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give on the option. Turning it on. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. Great job by the back on the option.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Rides to back and leaves it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll throw on 3rd and short. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. They'll run for it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Unleashes one. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. Man, just a mishap, a little overthrown.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The sure hands, it's Schultz. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Oh, better look out. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Lost to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Whitted. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Whitted. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Extending the play. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Handoff to the single running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they love to move the sticks shot at it on 1st and goal. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Handoff from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense that time. One of the best things you can do against a team trying to run option is get penetration. Because when you get penetration on the quarterback, you disrupt the relationship between him and the pitch guy. And you saw it happen that time. The pitch guy ends up getting it, but everything's discombobulated. He's way behind the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go, and it's a big negative play.
First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a 1st down in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Irish!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Huskies have their whole playbook open here on second. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He's loose down the middle. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score, what a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. On the run, it's Bickley. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Looking to move the chains, Washington now on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Trying to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
From the gun, give on the inside. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Reese. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
At the 50. Offense facing 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Going for the marker on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Stevens. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's O'Neal. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This defense has only 1st half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big 3rd down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great 1st half.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
4th down.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, going to the air. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat, so I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? First down.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Going to try to get it himself. Running through contact. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Working that left side. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes the catch. It's O'Neal. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Caught close to the marker. It's Stevens. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It's a fake. He's looking to throw. And the defense forced the quarterback out of bounds before he could get rid of it. Had to take the loss. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other.
There he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. the shotgun. They go to the ground.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Off the play fake. Punts it out of the air. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They go to the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On third down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to keep it in the air. Pulls it in. It's O'Neal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reese. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Back to the ground with the running back. Got enough for the 1st down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. He unleashes a long one. Falls in the deep ball. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
To the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Hauled settled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This
wide open space, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. He's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. A nice play there, and that is likely how we'll put the finishing touches on this period. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Quick completion to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
4-1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite. Here we go. Trail.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
Here we go, here we go. Over base main. Over base main.
To the air on first down. He's got an open man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that receiver makes that play look so routine, but it takes so much practice running that curl route over and over again against every type of zone coverage imaginable, so that on game day, that receiver can find the soft spot no matter what coverage the defense is in.
The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Trying to get themselves back in the football game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays from this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Motion from the wideout. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Stands in and takes the hit. Holds it in on the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Washington right back to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Husky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on it.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. North Texas is going to walk off the field there in Denton with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good... Gonna take a shot. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought This game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Tackle is made at the 16-yard line. Brings up third down.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants a big play here late. Makes a grab for a big play. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And first down for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point of the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They feed him again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Running into the open space. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up.